the Mag 7 is the way to go. It's going strong. It's made a very strong comeback. You got to stay invested in the Mag 7.
Well, unless you were never invested in the first place, and then you just watch from the sidelines and say, "Wow," and that's my story. And you know, I've underperformed the S&P because of that for the last 4 or 5 years, and it's painful. But you know, this is a very, very long-term game. So the Nifty 50 in the 70s, you know, they fell apart, and it looks like the Magnificent Seven aren't going to fall apart anytime soon. And by the way, about 2 years ago, in frustration, I ended up buying some Google. So I'm a little bit participated in the Magnificent Seven, but the world is big and the game is long. So don't worry about me.
Guy, if there's further upside, much further upside, why not get in now? Or are you concerned about the perhaps over-exuberance when it comes to the Mag 7?
I think that, you know, I have a theory. And it's interesting because I'm an atheist, that God is watching me. So if I were to get in, then that would be the worst time, because God would test me and the whole market and send all of them crashing down at exactly that moment. But the reality is that behaviorally, over a lifetime of doing this, if I just train myself not to buy when the market is exuberant in the expectation of even more exuberance, I've learned, and observation shows, that you do better over time. I mean, Warren Buffett never owned the Nifty 50, the popular stocks, and he did well over the 40 or 50 years. I've not done as well as Warren Buffett, but over the last 25 years, I've done absolutely fine. So there's a focus on those Magnificent Seven, but there's lots of other things to be had in other places. And survival is more important than performance. So my focus is surviving to the next 25 years, rather than just playing the latest trend, if you like, or the most interesting thing on the market.
Even if you're just an observer of the Mag 7 and the rally they've had so far, Guy, I'm just wondering what risks you see out there. We have the U.S. election coming up. We have a Fed that is likely to cut rates less than anticipated. Are these likely to impact the performance of the Mag 7 going forward?
Amazingly enough, you know, those Magnificent Seven are something that we've never seen before. I mean, they are in a way more powerful than even the large superpowers, and they move in the world as if they're not, as if they don't really care, and they can duck and dive around attempts by superpowers to control them. So despite global uncertainty, and the global uncertainty is through the roof. I mean, we are, as Neil Ferguson says, we're in Cold War II. And there's huge superpower rivalry in many different areas, conflicts breaking out. But those Magnificent Seven, it seems to me, will kind of ride above that in a way. The global world order could fall apart pretty badly, but those companies will continue to do well.